Good morning, church. My name's Dave, and this is Monday Morning Musings for January 3rd. And this morning I want to start out with a quote. He is no fool who gives up what he cannot keep to gain that which he cannot lose. Those are beautiful words. And they're fairly well-known words. They're words written by missionary Jim Elliot as he was preparing to go to Ecuador to evangelize the Quechua Indians. Elliot and his group arrived in Ecuador on February 21st, 1952. And about a year later, he married fellow missionary Elizabeth Howard. Their only child, Valerie, was born on February 27th, 1955. While working with the Quechua Indians, Elliot began preparing to reach the Auca Indians, a tribe from deeper in the Amazon jungle, a tribe known for its penchant for extreme violence. In fact, Auca is the Quechua word for savage. During an early attempt at a face-to-face meeting with the Auca, Jim and 4 of his companions were murdered by a group of about 10 Auca warriors. Where was God when all this happened? Why would God send these devoted Christian men to people who were going to kill them? We all face situations which challenge our understanding of God's goodness. Times when we are subjected to pain and suffering, not of our own making, and we ask why, and no answer comes. Jim's widow, Elizabeth, later said this: "In circumstances for which there is no final answer in this world, we have 2 options. Accept them as God's wise and loving choice for our blessing. This is called faith. Or resent them as proof of his indifference, his carelessness, even his non-existence. This is unbelief." How many times have you and I received a gift that we didn't appreciate at the time, but which turned out later to be of lasting value? Often that involves gifts like that book that we were not quite old enough to fully enjoy, or the clothes that were just a touch too big for us, or the toy that was a little bit too advanced for us. We've all received those, right? It's almost as if those gifts were intended not for who we were, but for who we were going to be. And so it is with these unwanted gifts from God. Sometimes we need to grow, or perhaps to grow up, before we can fully realize what we've been given. So friends, don't be too quick to react to suffering with feelings of outrage and victimhood. Instead, give the pain to God. Ask His help in dealing with it, His guidance in processing it, and His power in turning it into something good, something beneficial, something that will honor Him. When a trial comes, it's your choice. Wallow in it or glory in it. Live a life of despair or a life of hope. And your choice will have an enormous influence not only on how your emotions are affected in the short term, but also on how your character will be affected in the long term. Oh, one more thing. After Jim's tragic death, his wife Elizabeth and the other missionaries continued their attempts to bring Christ to the Auca. Estimates today put the number of Auca Christians at between 20% and 40%. Praise God, and may He bless you all.